All right, so one of the big things is we want to make sure the right body part is doing the right thing at the right time. So when we talk about something like a bridge or a glute bridge, we want to make sure your glutes are the primary sensation. So for the first 3 weeks here, we're going to work on really turning those muscles on, getting as much of what we call neuromuscular recruitment. So all of those motor units firing. That way, when you get into some of the progressions, your glutes are going to work much, much better. So taking our band, and this could honestly be something like a towel, it could be a clothing belt, doesn't really matter what it is. I have all of the bands hooked onto it because we want more tension versus less tension. So I don't want something that you can end up stretching quite easily. So I'd rather it be a belt versus, say, a very weak band. All right, so lie down on your back. You're gonna go behind your knees. And then the easiest thing is just to cross sides, and you're gonna hold on. So we're gonna go through a sequence each time to elevate. So part of this is getting the right muscles turned on. The other part is sequencing them to turn on when they're supposed to. So the first thing we're gonna do, if you're not familiar with a Kegel or engaging the pelvic floor, there's not a movement to it that you can see. And the analogy we typically use is if you're urinating, stopping the flow of urine. So that's your pelvic floor, or doing a Kegel exercise or a Kegel. So we're gonna Kegel first. So my pelvic floor is engaged. I'm gonna put outward pressure on the band through my knees, put all the weight on my heels, and then elevate into a bridge. So what I wanna make sure of is my primary sensation would be my glutes, my rear end. What you don't want is more sensation in your low back, your hamstrings, your inner thigh, or your quads. So if that happens, go back down and try the sequence again. Engage the pelvic floor, outward pressure on the band, weight on your heels, and then bridge back up again. Now, let's say you're still not able to get them. Simply straighten your legs out, and we're gonna start with a series of 10 glute clenches. So clench and release, clench and release, clench and release. So after 10, then go back into the bridge again, the glute activation, and see if you can get those glutes firing. So a lot of times our rear ends just get awfully sleepy. We sit on them all the time. We're sending messages that we don't want to use them, and we don't activate them properly throughout our daily activities. So it may take a little bit, but it is key. Make sure your glutes are the primary sensation anytime you're doing some version of a bridge.